What's going on, everyone? It's GadgetsBoy. Welcome to another video, another episode of Car Tech, and we've got John behind the camera today. We're in the New Forest. I don't even know which part of England this is, but we always come here with our cars to try them out, drive around the tiny little roads, the windy roads, and have a look at all the tech inside the car and see what it's all about. So behind me here, I've got the new Audi SQ2, the 2019 Audi SQ2. I've got the key here. And first of all, we're going to go around the car and see what it's all about, see what we've got, the design, the big fat grille in the front with the four rings on the front. We'll have a look at the car and see what it's all about, and inside the car as well. So yeah, how about you come with me and we'll check it out. Come on, let's go. Okay, so this is the SQ2. It's a crossover between a hot hatch and an SUV. In fact, I think Audi might actually say this is an SUV. It's a sports utility vehicle. It looks very sporty, it's smart, it's desirable, and I think this is around £36,000, just over, depending on what extras you add to it. And believe me, Audi have a load of extras you can add to these things in terms of technology, even like to the seats and all that kind of stuff. Interior looks amazing as well, nice leather seats and all kind of things. So if we come over and have a look at the front first, we see like this big grille here. It's a statement. If you see this in your head mirror, you're gonna be maybe a little bit intimidated, because look at it, look at the size of it. And this is great as well for lots of air intake, keep the engine cool when you're flooring it and stuff. This is a petrol engine. It's pretty quick as well, trust me. When you put your foot down, it's great. It's a 4-cylinder port engine, turbocharged as well. We'll talk more about the driving experience when we take it out on road and see what that feels like and stuff like that. Coming to this side here, we have these big alloys here. As you can see, this is a 19-inch rims. I actually really like them, especially with this colorway that we've got here. And then we've got different cuts out all around the car. For example, if we come here, we've got this 2 lines that starts off as a single line here, and then sort of like just goes up and then comes back into a single line, sort of giving it that illusion that this car is smaller than it is, but it's still a wide car. So when you look in here, you think, oh, it's not as wide, but when you look out there, you can see how wide the car actually is. And then you got the spoiler on the back, which looks really nice, so it gives it that sporty look. We've got the usual indicator lights on the mirrors with the different colors as well to give it that black and grey look. It's got an official color which I don't remember on top of my head, but I leave it in the description area. And then on the side here, we've got the side skirting, a little bit there with a Quattro going on here, that true Audi DNA, that kind of stuff. Coming to the back, come on John, let's show them the back of the car as well. This looks mean, it looks absolutely beastie. If I see this as well on the back, not just the front, I know that this car is about that business, it's about that life. If you look at this, got that nice SQS badge on there, looks really good. Got that quad exhaust going on there. I don't know if they're all actually exhaust or maybe one's fake, you know, that artificial thing, but let's have a look. Yep, confirmed, all real, all real. And this thing's got volume, like in terms of sound quality. Oh, there's a car coming. Be right back. And we're back. The car's shifted a little bit because we had to move it out of the way. But as I was saying, if you look closely, so if you look at how long the length of the car on the back that way, it looks a bit squashed a little bit to make it look more, it looks sharper. So when you look at this on the back, almost reminds me of, almost like they've dropped it. It looks like a dropped Q8. Almost like that kind of style, which is really nice as well. So I think we should have a look inside the car. Actually, let's show you guys the boot. Oh, magic! It just opens up. Right. So for a crossover SUV kind of thing, I find that boot space not that big. The only time you really maybe make most out of it would be when you drop the back seats and then you get a bit more space in there. But otherwise, I think it's not that big. I've been in some cars and I've seen some big spaces. But if there's anything, it's nice and convenient because you can either open, as you can see, using the car keys, or you can use it on the manual way up there. And then when you want to close it, you can close it with the car keys, or you've got 2 buttons there that you can just press. I can just press that and the car boot will close. Nice and convenient if you're going shopping and you've got full hands and stuff like that. It just makes it easier for you, so you don't struggle like that. Yeah, let's go inside the car and see what it's saying. Where the tech? Show me the tech. All right, This is the inside of the car, as you can see. So let's talk through what we've got here. First thing first, we've got this old cabin, which is something that was a bit of a letdown for me when I got in the car at first. And that's coming from someone who's seen like the R8 or like the Q8. I've seen this new interior design kind of thing. So it kind of feels dated, but at the same time still modern in terms of you've got Google Maps looking thing here with 3D mapping system. You got Bluetooth, you got DAB radio, you can even plug in external hard drive and play music from there. You can do all kind of different things, and you can put your SIM card in the car as well, so you can take it online and get live traffic information, for example. So the car is kind of connected to a certain extent as well. You even got wireless charging, but with the wireless charging you have to be careful with the phone size. I'm looking around because I've also got my Galaxy Note 9 here in my back pocket, and with this, when you put it in here, it struggles to fully sit in there. The space is not enough for that size of phone. And in this day and age, it goes back again to the old cabin that I'm talking about. In this day and age, they should have been prepared for a phone this size, because I believe this is probably the largest phone out right now, very similar to the iPhone XS Max, so 10s Max. Don't shoot me, Apple. But yeah, so that's an issue for me. You got one USB port there, another USB port here with aux ports. Again, auxiliary is great if you got Samsung phone, for example, but most phones these days don't even have a headphone port anymore, so that's probably redundant there. But otherwise, it's good to have that option. The buttons are laid out here, again, old style. But again, this is the funny thing. I quite like this old style button, the dial and everything here compared to the new ones, because in the Q8, for example, they've taken away the ability for you to write on this, for example. So this is still a trackpad, as well as something you can toggle left and right, up and down. Back button. This is so easy to use when you're driving, although you're not supposed to be doing that. But whilst you're driving, it's easy to control it without having to worry about, you know, where the buttons are and stuff. So here we've got a 7-inch display, which is very bright as well. You can adjust the brightness and that kind of stuff. And you got a secondary display here, which is also your instrument panel with the speed dial and the rev counter and stuff. That you can change the view like normal on the steering. You've got this D-shaped steering here, good for placing your knees as well, easy to get in and out, helps with that. Also adds to the sporty look as well. You got this perforated area here for extra grip, and you got your paddle shift there, so you can push that to S-tronic mode, push that to the side, and you can use that to control your gear shifting up and down as you wish to do so. You got cruise control system here, you got lane departure warning, you got the distance warning as well. Really good. You got all the basics that we've come to expect from an Audi car in 2019, 2018 kind of thing. It's there. So for me, it doesn't really scream wow. It doesn't have that wow effect of what you'd get when you get in a Q8 or TTRS these days, or I don't know, a Q8, if I haven't said that already. You can also power this off if you don't want to see that, if it's distracting when you're driving. So you press that button there and it powers off. You got a drive select button here, but I got a funny thing about this. If I'm driving, drive select button is all the way over there. There's no way I'm reaching that quickly. But having said that though, you don't have to do that once or twice when you're driving throughout the day. I normally have it in dynamic. Since I've had the car, I've just stick into dynamic mode, which means the fastest you get it. Or you can have individual as well if you want to tweak how stiff the suspension is, you know, adjust that for yourself to suit your drive style. It's in general, it's very sporty. And then again, I'll talk more where we take it on road and drive. But what you get is a car that's constantly stiffened. So when you get to driving in the city, it can get a bit uncomfortable to keep feeling that sudden like bam, and like, yeah, it's not as comfortable as you think. But on the long stretch of road, very comfortable, very, very smooth. There's not a lot of body roll as well when you're going through corners. Something I really like about it driving so far. But yeah, I think we should get it and then take it for a spin and see what that feels like on the main road, and then see what you guys think as well. There's something about this steering as well. The riding height is too much. I almost feel like I'm doing this, and this is the lowest as it is right now. If I was to raise this higher up, look at that. What is this, a truck? SUV apparently. Let's put it back down. But what I'd say though is once you get it, you drive it for a bit, you get used to what that feels like, and that's it. That's that. For visibility though, it's really good. I mean, even with the pillars and all around it, I can see everything clearly without having to stretch myself. I just turn my head, look in the mirror. I see everything around me. There's no issues at all, which is really good. But I think it's playful. If I really want to get comfortable, I can put in comfort mode and I feel it. But the only thing is though, when you go in the city, like I said earlier, it doesn't make that much of a difference. It still feels stiff and very sporty. So I don't actually feel like there's a need for that button at this point, but I still like it though. Are you holding on there to the camera as we do this cornering and stuff? That feels nice. You can actually trust it. It just feels really smooth. You can pedal through the corners like this. It's just amazing, and it sounds good too. Anyway guys, that's it for the Audi SQ2. It's been fun to drive. I've enjoyed it as always. I'm a big fan of Audi anyway, so I hope I'm not too biased or too harsh on them. Either way. But anyway guys, let me know what you guys think. Drop a comment below. If you like this video as well, I'll give you a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe. And if you haven't yet, make sure you hit that bell button as well. So you'll be one of the first people to know when there's a video on this channel. Thanks for watching. Catch you guys in the next one.